That is that's risky, and actually not a lot of nades. A lot of times you'll see they stock up on some nades to try and do some damage in a choke point, stack 2 or 3 grenades, and this is what Olof likes to do even during gun rounds. So he's just taking a peek, gathering some intel.
Already added, you're right. Just putting a bit of pressure on JW also, peeking down into the drop zone. A little bit of damage being exchanged early on, but nothing too exciting. And still plenty of time for the Swedes to make their way across the map. And if you look at VP, they're almost non-existent on the A-bomb side. That's just Neo sort of taking a peek in there.
Yeah, which is very scary. If there's some kind of an execute where Fnatic uses that smoke, pronax has one smoke, if they block off those doors, Neo can be almost useless. And speaking of useless, Pasha bides his time and takes out olofmeister, so here comes the execute.
Great start, obviously, and Neo to follow up, taking down pronax. That's 2 kills for VP without even breaking the sweat. Haven't really even shown themselves. Finally, Neo a little bit low on health there. JW fighting close range, and the Glock's going to come out on top. That's TaZ going down, and now it's a 3v4. 35 seconds left here. JW low on health and charging through the smoke. Snax picks up one, picks up a second one. It's a headshot on flusha, and a third kill by Ali, shutting down KRIMZ, and VP going to pick up the pistol round and making it look a little bit easy in spite of the fact that Fnatic actually made that round more competitive than it should have been.
Right, I mean, just some sick shots out of the Virtus.pro players. That's kind of what we saw to them yesterday against Envy as well. I mean, they just came to play and just beautiful shots before the execute could even really come in. And we said, you know, not really a huge presence over on A, but it doesn't matter if you're going to, you know, land those headshots in your first or second bullet.
Is that going to be a theme going further into this? Do you think they're going to continue just keeping a light defense on A and focusing on drop zone and B?
No, they're going to switch things up. They'll be adaptable, and you can see there's already 2 here now this round, being maybe a little bit wary of a second round buy, but with that plan, it's going to be a 3rd round buy actually for Fnatic.
Yeah, not going to buy any kind of armor or anything. Couple of smokes, maybe an attempt to see if they could get an early bomb down here and get an even better buy in the upcoming round. And VP seem to have already guessed this. I mean, they've stacked up fairly heavy on the SMGs here. First smoke coming out from pronax, going to be landing right by that SWAT chox. That's a really good angle, but there are so many here. A second one, 2 VP members in a perfect position. These smokes aren't going to do anything. It's the P90 ready and waiting, no armor, and it still doesn't work. TaZ goes down. That was not by the book at all. Now Neo going to come through the smoke, and he's going to get shut down. Fnatic making their way back into the round. Snax on top. He's got 1 health, and he drops. And now it's all on byali, 1v3. What a turnaround.
Yeah, VP trying to just get aggressive over towards those halls, and it doesn't matter. Fnatic swings so wide, multiple players, and those P250s just swarm the SMGs. They couldn't do anything. Neo was damaged very early. He had to play a little bit more passive, and now just byali trying to make a miracle happen. He does grab one, but he's traded off by pronax, and that's a round that Virtus.pro is going to be very angry they lose because Fnatic had no investment into that.
How did they, I mean, those smokes went further than 2 VP players, so, I mean, VP should have been able to just mow them down, no armor, no anything. How come they couldn't get the timing right there, VP? It
felt like there was maybe not miscommunication, but Neo he got damaged, so he was trying to hide in that smoke play around the edges, and his teammate was just pushed up too close. And I mean, Fnatic just does a great job as a team swinging on him and just eliminate that first player, and from there, it was just a waterfall.
Well, look at this. VP not willing to give up these early rounds so quick. They have invested into Nova Shotgun, Scout, and then pistol armor on the other 3 players. And we've got JW with that sawn-off shotgun. Pretty much, I think, the only player who will pick that up still. We've seen MBK a couple of times with it, but JW is trying to make it his own right here. And a slow round coming out of Fnatic, and VP actually still do have smoke molotov, so they've got some utility left here. Snax goes fairly low. It's close range here for Pasha with that Nova shotgun, trying to come through the smoke. He's on full health still, and ends up falling back. He's playing very close. We might be seeing a couple of jump shots here, but pronax jumping down, MP9 in hand to take 2 kills of the sawn-off, and this is just Fnatic cleaning up. I like the fact that VP was trying to play that so close, but it just didn't work.
Yeah, Pasha he wanted to jump up. He wanted to get with that shotgun. He wanted to get close up in that smoke and maybe try and find, you know, a really clever kill that Fnatic wasn't expecting. With the flashbangs, just block him off for long enough for pronax to jump down and grab the 2 entries. So, and this is a round that Virtus.pro they bought up. You can see Neo with the scout. They had that shotgun. They had some armor and pistols on some of these players. So, moving forward, their first buy with the M4s is going to be a little bit weaker.
Neo going to see if he could at least hold on to the scout. It could be valuable later on. I mean, Fnatic played that round fairly safely. It was hard to get some damage in on them. Even if they'd had the scout in the B-bomb side, it would have been hard to get a couple of shots off. But if Fnatic played the other round a little bit more carelessly, it might work out. But that not even happened. They managed to sandwich him, and nothing gets saved. Fnatic being very efficient here in the first couple of rounds.
Right, and that's key. And even with the SMGs and the shotgun, you know, picking up some of their own money, bonus money off some of these kills. So Virtus.pro, this just stems down. You know, they mentioned it at the desk. What is it about Fnatic? And I think you actually coined the term, the hive mind of Fnatic at times, and that's kind of what it is. They just swarm, and they all seem to have the same goal and know exactly where everyone's looking.
Right, I mean, so that's a good little jump down there. TaZ getting overwhelmed. He hasn't killed anyone yet. I mean, it's only the first 3 rounds, but still, he was playing pretty well earlier in the tournament, so they need him to step it up. But when you've been playing together for as long as these people have, you do get sort of an extra benefit just from, you don't have to ask your teammates. Sometimes you just know what they're doing here. And what they're doing right now, Fnatic, is just swarming the bomb site once again. As soon as drop zone falls, it's just, you know, it's just open business in that bomb site. You just rush in. Yeah,
it's been slaughter, basically, these 2 rounds. After losing that pistol, there's Neo grabbing one. He could grab one more kill. He's getting close up. And that would be great if he can get the bonus money off this shotgun, and he's going to be found out. He can't get the shot off in time. pronax takes him out. But moving forward now into this 5th round, it is going to be that buy-up.
13,000 on pronax, starting here in the 5th round. That's just way too much. I think he got 3 MP9 kills per round, the last 2 rounds here. That's a lot of money. VP gonna have to try and see if they could put an end to it. And what have they got? They've got no AWP, so it's pretty much all M4 and grenades here.
And JW still has the shotgun as well, so he still looks like he wants to go farming. We've seen this, but now he's blocked up by the Molotov. That's awkward. Nowhere to go. Nice play from Snax.
I think he was thinking it wasn't going to spread, but it ticked just a couple of pixels, and JW was going to be toast. They've got a bit of a boost looking up under the statue here, and it's a really difficult angle to deal with. byali should have the advantage here. olofmeister peeking out, and he instantly goes down. You can see he wasn't ready for it. And that's a couple of kills there in JW with an excellent comment. The whole of the Twitch chat is going to be exploding right about now. It's 3-5. In terms of who's left, and Fnatic, they might see a loss here. They need to do some damage. There's a good kill from flusha, but pasha's in there. Instant headshot on one. Next in line, it's going to be flusha, very low on health. 11 on him, 84 on pronax, 48 on pronax, and pronax gets a kill on TaZ. There's still a 2v2 here, and it looks like VP should have the situation under control. There's Neo coming out with a good double kill to finish the round. 2-3. That round, they were in a pretty good position. Should they have lost so many members, VP?
No, they really shouldn't have, and really should not have. And one of the cool things that they actually did, though, that boost in the fountain to look between the legs, that's designed to just punish, you know, one single player, like olofmeister likes to do. A lot of teams are doing it now, but it's designed just to punish that one player. It's a very unexpected position to clear. But still, you mentioned it, so much money in the bank for Fnatic from those first couple of rounds. It's going to be an easy buy-up. JW has the AWP now. No sniper rifle on Virtus.pro.
Oh, and I like this. Neo baiting a little bit. Are they going to realize where TaZ is? This is not an easy position to check, and they haven't really checked it yet. pronax is right underneath. TaZ biding his time. Now they check it, but it's too late. KRIMZ is going to go down, and flusha, he'll get the refrag, and it's a little bit of a shame that there wasn't a teammate further on by. Neo had fallen into the A bomb site. Otherwise, there could have been a fun crossfire going on there. Olof going to get traded as well. So right now, it's just straight back and forth between these 2 teams. But it looks like it's going to be an A hit eventually.
Yeah, good trades for Fnatic right now. They've spread the defense out. pasha's all alone over at the B bomb site. There's still 50 seconds left on the clock. A lot of opportunities for Fnatic to poke and prod, see where they want to go from here. Snax is going to have a good read. He's the one who's got to watch drop. He's also got to be the one who has intelligent rotations to support both teammates.
A lot on his shoulders here, and actually he's going to flash himself through the smoke. That's a crazy move, and he gets punished immediately. flusha in the right position, so now a lot is going to come down to the legend himself. It's Neo in the A bomb site. He's alone against 3 people back up as far away. They line up, he sprays 1, and it's not enough. flusha on 12 health and a triple kill to survive it. And now it's on pasha, and this angle should be no entrance. It's JW with the AWP and a quick flick there. pasha is gone, and you expect nothing less here from the Swedish sniper. 4-2 lead here for Fnatic.
Yeah, and a great lead because now they've reset the economy of Virtus.pro, so it's going to be a save round for VP on the defense. And that play by Snax was a little, that's the thing. When there's so much time left on the clock, Fnatic's able to slow things down. They know there's going to be an information play somewhere, and slowing down like that with that much time left is designed specifically to punish that. So as soon as that play is made, Fnatic does a great job of taking Snax out.
Yeah, I mean, and we always credit Snax for being so good with those timings around the smoke. So I feel like if it had worked out, it would have been another one of those cases where we would have said, well, you know, all hail the king. But
right.
But sometimes it doesn't work out, and it gets to look maybe a little bit too risky, maybe a little bit too silly. Definitely flusha took full advantage, and a great round from him, triple kill. Did they see? I don't think they saw pasha in there. They might feel like they've already checked it because they've done they've thrown a couple of grenades down here, but it's just pistol armor for VP. What could they do in a round like this?
They need to do some economic damage. You see Pronax, he's the one with all that money. He's just basically being a bank for Fnatic after he built up 13,000 in the early stages. With that MAC-10, he's going to go look for some entries against these unarmored Virtus.pro players, but VP needs to get some kills here in this round.
So at least a couple of kills. And there's the headshot from olofmeister. Yes, aware that someone's jumping around the fountain. He's not going to, or the statue, he's not going to give that up so easily. Turns around and takes out Snax as well. And this pistol, no armor, is not it's not exactly great. It's so hard. The aim punch there, just going to shut them down. Pronax has even bought a MAC-10 to get even more money, but he hasn't found anyone yet. So not really working out for VB this round.
Right, and this is kind of scary for Virtus.pro. Some of the trends and what they did in Cologne at the Major was against Fnatic, they have this history of winning the first map in a best-of-3 and then just kind of fading from there. But now they're starting out slow, so this is a different dynamic than they could be used to. But Fnatic, either way, I mean, there are times when Fnatic opens up these matches being so aggressive and so fast-paced, and now we're seeing them being calm and calculated, being very, very patient, almost surgical, and you can just see Olof just stat padding right now as they just push him one by one, and he's going to get one more. That's 4 for him on the round.
Not at all bad. And you want olofmeister to, at least if not be leading the board on Fnatic, then at least be very much in the game, because once that happens, especially it feels like on this terror side of Cobblestone, he's just such a scary force over towards that B-bomb side. That's 5 and 2 leading into the 8th round here. And finally, VP, well, not even yet. They're actually going to have to save one more time. I was going to say maybe they have a chance here, but looks like not, although TaZ, he sees the gun barrel, but it doesn't matter. JW, 3 health left, and he's gonna go down. Maybe Neo will have a chance, though. P250 close range, and 2 targets. One of them carrying the bomb, not gonna happen.
Yeah, Neo, just nothing really to do for him, and now they just come in one by one. They had a couple flashbangs to work with. There's a nice pop flash. Flusha gets blind, but he gets into cover, and he comes back out and just smokes 2 down. He even goes for a 3rd. Nice teamwork there. Starting out with JW with that very, very quick shot, but Fnatic laying it on, and now we're going to see that AWP come out off the back of the double save. And this is interesting because this is a change that Virtus.pro has made recently, where Neo has become this, this primary opper, and this change is kind of what's helped them become, like, get out of a slump that they might have been experiencing a couple months ago, and they've been a force ever since he's picked it up.
And it's such a wonderful return to a role that he used to play a very long time ago in a slightly different iteration of this game, and he's sort of come full circle now. Seems to be very good at it indeed. And there it is, opening up on JW, who's the other AWPer on Fnatic's team. That is very good indeed. Getting that final of the opening frag there. Olof with a long spray, but he takes down pasha just at the edge of the smoke, so creative play coming out, and that's what we keep talking about. On that plateau, olofmeister very hard to shut down. That's going to make it 4 versus 4. And plenty of time for Fnatic to make their move. Yeah,
that's the crucial thing. It equalizes the player count, and you can just see how much experience he has making these plays. He knows where every crack and every smoke he throws is going to be, everywhere to check, and huge play from them. But still, Fnatic not picking up the pace quite yet.
No, they are a little bit slow this time around. 45 seconds, and there is a guy boosted up. That's byali. As Snax goes down, he's going to be very much alone in this bomb site. Has to get the kill. He gets it, and Neo picks up pronax as well. So now it's looking a lot better here for VP. They've got the man advantage, although byali going to get caught. It's even flusha picking up the AWP, which is not a usual sight. Smoke goes up to cover the plant, and now it's going to be a retake here for the Polish team, and one that they need to get. They've got to get this. They've saved twice to be able to buy these rifles. They need to get something in return for that investment. KRIMZ covering, and then flusha on the site. A hard hole to break here if you're VP. TaZ coming up from behind, but he's already been heard. Misses the shot, does flusha, and he's going to go down. And now it's all on KRIMZ. He's got no grenades left. Once they know where he is, they're going to come and take him out. And that Molotov is going to force him out. He runs in and gets downed. TaZ with a very good double kill, and that is going to save the day for VP.
Yeah, a crucial double kill for TaZ. He came on that big flank, and at a certain point, it kind of becomes obvious you're flanking if you're taking so long. So you see, he let go of the walkie, he starts running, and he gets spotted out. flusha misses that shot, but TaZ able to clean things up. And that, you're right, that was so important for Virtus.pro to win off the back of a double save. That could have just been crippling. But the big thing is they get that off into Neo's hands, and now they actually get one into pasha's hands as well. So double setup for Virtus.pro on the defense.
We'll see if Fnatic have an answer for it. Last round started with JW getting picked off. This time he's going to get smoked, but he did think about running through, but going to contain himself for a second. It looks like they might be setting up for a slightly faster execute this time.
Yeah, full-blown execute, not even really spreading out on the map quite yet. 4 members over there. It's just flusha watching for any kind of push out towards A.
Everybody loves a good Fnatic boost, and this one is designed to just look over the smoke, so it's not as exciting as in previous games. But still, I like the idea, just to be able to spot over there. And they are setting up for it, at least. They've got all the utility here, Molotovs and smokes as well. pasha with the opening frag, but refragged by JW. And going for another one there. JW did actually hit the shot on pasha, but didn't kill him.
Yeah, that's sick. And that was actually a misthrow on that smoke by Virtus.pro, but pasha's able to take advantage of it. JW equalizing it. Snax grabs one. TaZ grabs two, though it dropped. The defense holds strong. It's just pronax left all alone with the bomb, coming out towards platform.
Great double headshot there from TaZ. pronax alone. Sprays one, some good economic damage, but he's going to get down by Snax, and that will be VP winning a 4th round and bringing it back in style. And I think this map, I think it's, you know, everyone seems to agree now, it's pretty much terrorist favored. So VP aren't doing too badly right now.
No, it does have a more terrorist lean to it. So yeah, they're in a good spot. The only scary thing is the money on Fnatic is still so high. The rounds that Fnatic's winning, they're not losing too many players. So, I mean, there's a lot of rounds coming up where Fnatic can just repeatedly buy even if they lose, especially if they get some of these bomb plants. And this time they switch things up. Send a lot of players over towards these A-halls. They pick up the pace a little bit. A minute and 30 seconds left, and they've already gotten complete control of it. And look at the damage done to pasha. That nade cleans him up. Olofmeister is winning that duel against pasha multiple times. I think that's the 3rd or 4th time this half.
And in so many different ways, right? Lurking at the edge of the smoke, then doing the damage with the spray, followed up by an HC grenade. He's really sort of using all the tools at his disposal, and it's also one of the reasons why we keep referring to Olof as such a good player, is that he knows exactly when to do what. This play we've seen before, the wall of smokes to cover up half the bomb site, but they are actually faking it out. They're signaling that they're going for the same play, and flusha's here to just stick around and see if anyone's going to rotate on back, but no one is going to get caught yet. byali, he actually peeks too soon and gets 1 kill, but goes down. If he had waited another second, it could have been even better. Snax trying to reload on the corner here, and now Fnatic making their way on. 40 seconds left, and Snax with a double spray down before pronax gets the kill with the Molotov. It's all on Neo. He's got 30 seconds. He has the bomb, but he's being trapped, and flusha coming up from behind is going to seal the deal. Fnatic will win the round. Oh, wow, the timing there from byali was very close.
The crazy thing is, Neo got a great read on that. He's the one who was peeking down in the mid with that AWP, so he sees those smokes deploy in the A bomb site, and he also sees them running back towards the double door. So they get a quick rotate, but Fnatic does such a good job with the Molotovs to clear out all these different corners. That's how they cleared out Snax, even though he got 2 kills. That's how they cleared out byali, even though he got 1 kill. The trades just work in their favor.
And in spite of what we've been doing, it's going to put them back on 1 more eco round. They just do not have the money, so it could be 8-4 here unless the Poles can somehow come up with a really big reply. And pasha starting it off, sneaking in through the smoke behind olofmeister to take him down, but then JW's on the hunt, takes 2 in return, and that should leave the A-bomb site very weak indeed. I think we've got just Neo playing at the center of the mid here, not really going to have a good time, I think. Although he is close with the C set, they might not check this angle, although.
It's KRIMZ.
Yeah, he saw it coming.
So fundamentally sound, he wasn't going to get fooled by that one. And even TaZ pushing up. JW is going to hear him and jump down. He's going to go for the assassination long range. He gets a good op shot. And Fnatic just outplaying Virtus.pro, especially on these anti-ecos. They haven't taken much damage at all in any of these rounds.
Really, really solid. They don't give up a lot of easy frags. I suppose at this point, pasha could have sort of predicted that Olof was going to be over in that plateau, because he pretty much is every time. So he's the only guy you can find, you know, alone. He's the guy you can sort of single out and try and get an AK away from him. They did that at least, but nothing else. 8-4, and moving into the 13th round.
This almost feels like Virtus.pro came into this match not expecting Fnatic to be playing this slow and this calculated. Feels like, you know, Fnatic's finding all the battles they want to take, and they're finding really good gaps in the defense. Virtus.pro not able to get the read on it, not expecting it whatsoever, and they're getting punished. But look at this, a stack now. Actually, Virtus.pro falls out of it as there is aggressive play by Fnatic into the A-halls.
Fnatic clearly expecting that maybe VP would try and change the pace a little bit and go aggressive, which, I mean, I was almost about to ask you, could that be a way out of it? So, you know, Fnatic are controlling the pace a lot by going this slowly, and VP are letting them by playing very defensively.
Yeah, if you look at the utility that Virtus.pro has yet, they have basically nothing. They have 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs, and an HE grenade and a decoy. But if they can get aggressive and find 1 kill and then fall back, that makes it that much easier. But JW is going to find the pick on a TaZ. Great shot from him, but another advantage for Fnatic in a very scary situation for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, they need to pick up rounds. I don't think 4 is enough on the first half here. They need a little bit more, and there's Neo. A good shot on flusha to bring him down. Didn't take too much damage either. And time is running kind of low here for Fnatic if you consider the fact that they're running back towards the B bomb site where byali and pasha are still at. And back up, it could be there quick, although Fnatic do have pronax to stop any kind of rotation or at least slow it down, and that might be very annoying. There's pronax fighting it. He's going to go down, and that's great. Very important kill here for Neo. That's the second of the round for him. byali going to be taking down Olof, and JW to full is a good double kill, leaving KRIMZ alone. You know, 1v4, no chance at all here. If they can come up VP with every rifle alive, that's going to be very important.
Yeah, that'll be massively important to make sure that, you know, they can stop the bleeding before KRIMZ gets a couple kills. That would be, I mean, Virtus.pro's economy hasn't been able to get stabilized this entire half because there's just so much damage done by Fnatic. And there's KRIMZ with 2 kills. He can't get the bomb plant though. Just a couple more seconds.
Wow.
And you almost could have believed that KRIMZ could have made something happen, but even salvages the op. So what a play from KRIMZ, doing the damage, finding the expensive weaponry for his team.
I think that shows you just a very scary glimpse of how little you can give to Fnatic and they'll take it all. If you'd got that bomb down, KRIMZ was playing a 1v2 and it could have been possible. They were pretty far away from the bomb side as well. Scary situation. Now 8-5 and VP finally picking up a round and surviving with at least a couple of rifles. They're going to be quick this time in the middle. Fnatic TaZ taking down 1, sprays a second, and there's flusha gone. Neo trying to fall back. He gets caught on the corner, and that might have bought just enough time for pronax. That's very unfortunate. pronax, quick with the flick, not going to hit the headshot there, but it means now VP are a little bit defensive even as they have the man advantage. And they have the bomb in the middle there as well. byali taking down olofmeister. Could they get it? TaZ, if he gets that kill, JW is going to give up the bomb, but not happening. 2v3, and pronax very close to the bomb side. Walking in with the AK, gets the shot on Snax, and that's a 2v2.
Yeah, but now JW's got to get the bomb site with the bomb, but pronax, pasha tries to sneak through the flames, but pronax catches him off guard, sprays down. byali is so incredibly low. JW planting the bomb with the AWP inside the bomb site, one-on-one.
And he knows as well. What great communication. JW not trying for the AWP shot, but going for what the C said. pronax had already told him how low he was, so a very smart team play there. 9-5, and we're going to go into the last round of the half here. AWP and everything else on Fnatic, whereas on VP, I mean, that's the 4th round I think they have to play after the pistol sequence where they have to be ecoing. They had a double eco, and then this is the 4th one after that.
They haven't strung more than 2 rounds together at all this entire half. It's just been constantly Fnatic resetting the economy. So, I mean, it's almost astounding that Virtus.pro's been able to get 5 rounds even.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look at it that way, it's they've done a pretty good job. If only they could have won the pistol round or picked
well, they
up a
won
little
the
bit
pistol
more.
round, then they got ecoed immediately after.
Right, yeah.
So I mean, that's gonna be killing them right now.
Well, they've bought what they could, investing in a couple of grenades and some pistols here. They're playing close to the plateau. I think you kind of have to do that with pistols. It's very hard to play long range here. They're going to have to rely on Fnatic making a couple of mistakes. Flashbang on through. They can't see a thing. byali in the back lines trying for a pop flash. Can he hit the headshot? He will. Takes down 1. pasha's still there, but he drops. It's a double for pronax, who's had just one of the best halves, I think, of this tournament for himself. Very strong so far. Snax playing close with the seat set, but not with the 5-7. Not going to make it happen. Neo also almost out of bullets. He gets 1, and it's a headshot, but he falls into the fire, and it's going to be 10-5 in favor of Fnatic. Very strong first half for them, and VP, they've got to be a little bit shocked here.
Yeah, pronax actually tied with flusha at the top of the scoreboard for Fnatic. 16 kills, both of them. This is something that we've seen out of pronax recently on this map. He's been much more aggressive when they're entering into this B bomb site, jumping down, being the one providing the entry frags, and had himself one heck of a half here. But all of Fnatic just outplaying Virtus.pro.
10-5. VP, they gotta win this pistol round. I feel like if they win the pistol, bring it back to 8-10, there's still a decent chance that they could have some sort of comeback here, but without it, it's maybe a little bit too far-fetched. And they've got armor on everybody, except for Snax, who's got the Tech 9, so you gotta wonder if it would have paid for them to go for that combination. Swap it out with TaZ or someone else, but they're not gonna wait. They go down. pronax mid-air headshot on TaZ. He finally falls to pasha. And now they are going to go running into the middle. Byali's here, and they're actually rotating back towards the A bomb site. Is Fnatic going to see this coming? They're on the bomb site. flusha getting a headshot here. They've got a great setup for it. olofmeister also waiting. P2000 in hand. They're getting the kills. There's just 2 VP members left, and they're lining up here. pronax getting a chance to reload, and flusha dropping them low. It's going to be Neo left, and he's trapped in a corner. And Fnatic, they adjust mid-push to what VP are throwing at them. How did they get that information so quickly?
Well, it's because pronax was so aggressive, which you don't often see in that drop. He was committed to a battle, and once he saw all the bodies for Virtus.pro fall, he saw at least 3 or 4 of them. But really, olofmeister played that so well, and that kind of comes back to that hive mind of Fnatic that we mentioned in the first half. Is he positions himself around that truck, so in order to battle, and the Virtus.pro players are actually going to be battling flusha as well, who's standing on that ramp. So he just positions himself so he gives his team the most favorable battle, and that was really impressive teamwork. That's something that cannot be communicated. You just know where your teammate's playing.
Because 9 times out of 10, if you go down in the drop zone, you're going to expect that it's going to be a B split between plateau and drop zone. So that would have been a natural call, which would have meant the people in A bomb site should start rotating into middle, and they would have been met by a wall of Virtus.pro players. Instead, they just stand their ground, and it ends up working out just fine. Now, they have bought armor. There was no bomb plant, so it makes sense for VP to try and buy up this round and see if they can steal it back from Fnatic.
Steal it back or get a bomb plant for the next round to help them out. Pick up some AK-47s in that 4th round. And it looks like they're going to be playing towards drop one more time. A pop flash from TaZ, it looks like.
Yeah, setting it up. And there is no one quite close enough, so they're not going to flash anyone. It's still a really cool flashbang, but no one getting caught here. A little bit through the smoke. pasha trying once, and the smoke is going to fade. Does he see JW right at the edge? He doesn't, and that could be the end of him. He's fighting long range, actually. pasha gets a shot, gets the second one, and takes down JW. And Olof comes into the site. He's low as well. He drops to Snax, and it's all on flusha. 1v3 VP. This is a crucial round, and they're going to win it. And pasha, the man with the biceps, you have to give him a lot of credit here. Double kill, opening up that bomb site.
That's so sick. I wonder if he heard something, because it looked like that he might have seen him, but he doesn't. He ignores it for a little bit and just goes for the long-range battle, and he wins it. Either way, that equalizes things. So both teams have won a pistol round. Both teams have lost the 2nd round now. So at least those early rounds are equal so far.
Yeah, and you've got to remind you, sometimes on Go TV, the smokes look a little bit different than they do in game, so there's a good chance that pasha wasn't seeing exactly what we were seeing, but still managed to make it work just fine. So VP doing to Fnatic what they did to them themselves in the first half. We'll see if it can continue on here. 6-11, it's a very interesting game now. There's a real chance the Polish team can bring it back. flusha going down, JW as well. And a good start here. There's even armor on Fnatic, but they're not really connecting with the shots yet. Trying to see if they can find an opening, and Olof might be able to get the kill here on Neo. He's very low on health, and just hesitating for a moment is going to keep him alive.
He's biding his time. He's listening to these footsteps. Now the rotations have come in, so he can get this flank, he can get this kill onto byali, and he does. He grabs him just before he gets behind the wall. And there's pronax with a jumping shot coming out of the balcony.
That's ridiculous. pronax trying a little bit more, but finally the SMG is going to take him down. That was a ridiculous shot from pronax, and KRIMZ trying to deke somebody down. Not going to happen. pasha falls. Oh no, VP has been looking so good, but they need to hold on to this bomb site. There is no kit on Fnatic, and maybe that's why they're sort of starting to fall back here. They don't feel like they've got the time. But again, just like on the first half, Moses, just any little inch, and they seem to just take it all.
Right, and so much damage done now into this eco round. And part of the reason why Fnatic was so successful in that first half, they never had to save that entire time because they built up so much money early on, not taking damage in those rounds, using the SMGs to build up a bank, and just never giving it back to Virtus.pro. So once again here, they're just stealing more economy away from VP.
They're making sure that if they ever win a round here on the second half, which you have to expect that they eventually will, there's a chance VP are going to be ecoing straight away unless they keep getting a bunch of bomb plants here and maybe even save a little bit more. It's the 1 Max 7 on olofmeister, even though it's sort of JW's trademark weapon. He's picked it up with the armor, and he's going to be playing all the way over by the plateau, which is no big surprise.
All 5 members of VP together here. This is a big death squad right now. Not even leaving anyone to watch the flank, and they're spotted out. So now they've got just a choice to make. Are they going to move forward? And yes, they are. They're going to be aggressive, and they're just going to get up into this bomb site, try and bully their way in.
flusha playing on the edge. He gets a good headshot, but he's flashed and trying to reload. Gonna go down. JW with 1 and 2. And pronax, he's in the middle of the smoke. He's sneaking out. Is he gonna get the right angle? It's 2v3 right now. pronax gets a kill and going for another one. Neo is right around the corner and they're all 3 of them there. He's gonna get a chance to reload. At least he's got 1 flashbang. This would be a huge clutch, trying to save his team. Flashes out once, but they're peeking him. He sprays pronax. Is there going to be more? No, there won't. KRIMZ will take him out. And Fnatic, they steal it back with just pistols. They were even out of position, Moses. What is it going to take to stop this team?
I mean, well, you said it. You can't give them an inch. They're making just a couple mistakes. This is now the second eco round that they've lost, basically just to pistols without too much armor investment. That time, Fnatic gets a couple of kills, and even when Virtus.pro evens it out, Fnatic uses their own execution against them. They come through the smokes. They know there's not enough manpower to watch everything, and they find some cracks. pronax just being very aggressive out of that connector. Finds a couple more kills.
I was about to credit VP for a bunch of things. You know, they were grouped up, meaning if anyone went down, there was going to be no easy rifle pickup for Fnatic. They even managed to pick the bomb site where just flusha is holding. Yeah, he gets a kill, but everybody else is in the B bomb site. They should be, I mean, as soon as they run into flusha, they make the call to go A quick, right? They don't wait around and wait for everyone to rotate in. They just go for it. And yet somehow Fnatic is still quick enough to be there. It's kind of impressive.
No, well, this is also one of those tendencies we talked about in the analyst desk before this matchup, was the different tendencies of teams and their different play styles. And these teams know each other so well. Fnatic knows that Virtus.pro, you know, once they get spotted, they like to explode on bomb sites. They don't waste a lot of time. They don't, you know, they're going to get all their players up there as quick as possible. So you could see Fnatic just rotates everyone over to the A bomb site immediately. In the first half, when Fnatic was attacking a bomb site, Virtus.pro was so slow-paced. It wasn't this huge committal very, very quickly. So Virtus.pro actually had to keep their defense spread out because they never knew where that attack was coming.
Well, we are just waiting for Neo to get back on the server, so don't worry, guys. It's hopefully not a big issue. It gives us a little bit of time to just reflect on what we're seeing here. 12-7, Moses. If you were just joining this game now, we hadn't seen anything of what was going on. How would you rate the odds that the VP are going to come back and win this?
Well, it's VP, so there's always a chance. I mean, we talk about that plow. At any point, it can click into gear. And
not 0% is what you're saying.
Not 0%. I won't make that mistake ever again. But we talked about, too, this is a T-sided map. So
yeah.
So I mean, there's the great chance Virtus.pro. There's a lot of advantages here, but I mean, just losing that eco now, that hurts momentum very, very much.
We highlighted olofmeister and his ability to play on the plateau over at B. Do VP have a sort of a player that can play a similar position, that can sort of lurk around that plateau? Do you think there's anyone that has the ability to do that on the Polish team? Yeah,
absolutely. You mentioned Snax as someone who likes to play around smokes. There's always going to be smokes over there on that plateau. Byali, we've seen at this event, his aim at times is just a laser beam. You know, and just the other day against Envy, he wasn't missing anything. And also, I think it'd be interesting because that whole first half was basically that portion of the map was basically one big pasha versus olofmeister one-on-one.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see pasha go back at it.
I'm looking forward to seeing if we can catch a glimpse of that. A tiny bit later on. You saw it a couple of times, Fnatic, when they were on the terrorist side, they were expecting that aggressive push over at the A-long hallways, and it didn't really happen for VP. They actually were pretty much never there. I think the closest they got was that tiny boost they had up on the little balcony in the corner. That was the furthest they got up on that side of the map. Now, the fact that Fnatic were expecting this, that means they're going to try and do it themselves, because a lot of teams will do it, and you get some information if you're that far pushed out.
Right, yeah, well, oftentimes you see that, and I mean, JW, we know how aggressive he likes to be with that AWP. I mean, that's something where he could decide to push up in those halls within an op and just, you know, grab one shot and fall away. Whether he hits it or not, he just falls back and he lives and he has the intel. We see him get aggressive towards mid very often, very frequently finding information that way. So once they get an op in the hands of JW, if they choose to on the defense, then I imagine it's going to become very, very much more versatile defense for Fnatic, very much more mobile.
We're still just sorting out a couple of issues. Of course, if you are just joining us, this is only the first map in this semifinals. There are another 2 potentially to come, depending on how this all turns out. We've got a decent constellation as well, I feel like. Some interesting maps that may end up favoring Fnatic, but it's hard to say that it wouldn't. They have a pretty wide map pool, don't they?
Yeah, both of these teams really do. And I mean, this is actually Fnatic's map pick. So, I mean, this is the map that they expect to win. It's that, like we said, it's that playground. They love it, and you can see why here. And you just seen the versatility out of them, how we've seen them be so fast-paced depending on the matchup. And here against Virtus.pro, they slow everything down. And it's been throwing Virtus.pro for a little bit of a loop, especially in that first half. And then coming up after this cobble is going to be Virtus.pro and Train. And that's a map they love probably more than any team in the professional circuit at the moment.
Well, I would love to see that because, I mean, just like on this map, there are a couple of areas on train where Olof gets to lurk around and be very annoying. So BP are going to have to figure out a way to deal with him sooner rather than later, really. We'll see. Still trying to get Neo back on the server here as we're waiting at 7-12 in favor of Fnatic. So, I mean, not a really huge round difference, but the key thing is that Fnatic keep having the VP economy be very low, and that's hard for the Poles to really deal with.
Yeah, and I mean, not just low, they're winning some of these eco rounds. And just that last round we just saw, so that's the most detrimental part. So winning in a couple different aspects of this game so far is Fnatic. We talked about that op and JW. He's got the P90 right now, and KRIMZ has a shotgun. But, I mean, we're talking about Train moving forward. That's something I think is going to be really interesting, because much like we're seeing a difference in their styles, stylistically speaking, between these two teams, I think Train's another one where we've seen Fnatic, you know, they like to lurk out that outer yard.
Yeah, they do.
And Virtus.pro just likes to explode onto it. They like to get that bomb down quick.
So what would you say? I mean, you're 5 rounds down for VP here, playing cobblestone. You need to get back into the game somehow. Is there sort of a special flavor of stat that you prefer here? I mean, I think the most recognizable one that we all know so far, those of us who watch on a regular basis, is that B split between drop zone and plateau. That's like the classic cobblestone at this point. Is it just going for the classic and hoping that it works, or is there something more exotic that we can bring up?
Well, I like the idea you mentioned. Maybe someone from Fnatic might try and push into these halls, but I mean, I always like when teams come over towards the A bomb site, much like Fnatic or Virtus.pro just did with all 5 players. Maybe not bring all 5, but clear out those halls. Make sure you push the defense at A back. Make sure they can't get any information gathering plays, and kind of see what you can find and go from there. See if you can find a pick swarming into the halls at an aggressive Fnatic player. And if you don't find anything there, then you have the whole map. You have a lot of map control, and you have everything open to you.
All right, so potentially a recipe here. Deny some information to Fnatic, get more map control, and make sure they can't make too many clever rotations based off of anything. It seems like we are just about ready to get back on this. So we've got Neo here, and everything seems to be working out all right. So 7-12, and the match has been unpaused. So welcome once again, and thank you for your patience, everyone. Not too much of a pause this time, but just a slight technical error with Neo's PC, I think.
It is a buy out of Virtus.pro here, so they're going to get right back into it just after getting eco'd anyway. So they have actually a pretty solid buy, 3 AKs, a Tech 9, and the P90 themselves. And this is a very fast B play. You want to know what they were choosing of doing. It looks like they're just going to do a full-blown rush through these smokes, but everything's slowing them down. And there's JW with the P90, not dealing too much damage. It looked good initially.
Oh, he still gets a kill with the last couple of bullets, and in the back lines, pronax here by the hen house. Not much cover there. Smoke goes up as well. JW, how is he still alive? And he isn't any longer. Headshot from Neo to bring him down. pronax trying to see if he can find the return. The bomb is dropped for a moment. It's going to buy time for Fnatic to get in here. And pronax, another kill. Can he get a third? One almost happens, but flusha is there to clean it up. And there looked like there was a lot of opportunities for VP to get I mean, if they get the kill on JW, then pronax is completely isolated in the back lines there. So even just JW staying alive that long has a big impact.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why that was actually such a smart play from him, not swinging out around that smoke. He knows that you know where he is, so he just stays behind it, uses all 50 bullets in that P90, just sprays, tries to stay alive, and he does for so long. That buys time for those rotations to come in for Fnatic. The support arrives, and they obliterate the attack from there. And now Virtus.pro, now they're first onto a full save. They only have 1 smoke, not too much armor, and there's pasha eating a lot of early damage.
Trying to see if he can fall back, but without armor, those grenades do deal a significant amount of damage, you're right. 6-round difference, and Fnatic, now we're getting into the sort of the territory where VP can't make any more mistakes. I mean, this round they can't do a lot, but once they buy again, they've got to play flawlessly from here on out. Yeah,
they're out of mistakes. You're exactly right. There's no more room to give Fnatic. They've already given too much, and there's a second 8 pasha. That's unfortunate. He just eats it, and that's Olof once again.
I love the fact that we just quickly tuned into that as well. It's just like a quick video glimpse of him getting destroyed by that grenade, and a nice spray down there.
Snax actually a nice TaZ there. That's interesting.
Taking out his frustrations. Luckily, that won't make too big of a difference. It used to be that you got a fairly heavy economic penalty. Yeah. I think it's 3,300 you used to lose from knifing your team or just killing your teammates, but not this time. 14-7. Fnatic doubling the round score for Virtus.pro as we lead into the very last, potentially, stages of this half here. And VP have got to come up with something big. And olofmeister, look at this. He's going to be walking through the smoke that flashed, and TaZ goes down. That is so sick, and JW taking down byali as well. What a great start here. Fnatic, they're full beast mode at the moment.
Yeah, we said Virtus.pro had no more mistakes to give, and they didn't really make any mistakes there. It's just Fnatic making things happen. There's pasha punishing pronax for a delayed boost. He gets a second one as well. There goes KRIMZ. He knew there was a second play around. He's going to look for more, try to create bigger openings for his team.
Can he get the next one in line? Molotov forces him out. He has to get another kill, otherwise Fnatic are going to bring it back, and he can't escape behind that box. There's a Molotov hiding instead. It's JW to take him down. And Neo and Snax, they're on the bomb side, but Olof is not far away. Got the M4 in hand and sees the gun barrel, but Neo is so quick. What a flick to take down olofmeister, and flusha and JW on our left, with Neo still alive. flusha gonna go down, and it's all on Snax here. And this one could be for the map. If he goes down here, they'll have next to nothing left. Snax on the site with the AK in hand. No more grenades, and they're getting closer. Quick shot there. flusha still alive. Snax trying to buy time, and flusha is close. Now he knows it. Is he gonna jump up, fakes with the pistol, shoots one, Snax still staying alive, he's jumping down, he's juking flusha, and he's gonna go down anyway. flusha just keeping his cool all the time. You could see Snax was almost panicking, just trying to outsmart him, and flusha's just cold as ice.
flusha was like the Terminator that round. It was just like constant walking forward. Like you see that like the horror movie villains where they just never run at you, they just continuously walk slowly. And Snax does everything he can. That flash fake with the pistol actually worked out a little bit.
Yeah.
He seemed to turn away from it very, very quickly and snaps back, but either way, Snax doesn't commit to the fight. He's trying to buy time, and flusha just punishes him in the end.
flusha, like the undead hitchhiker, just gonna show up at the road later up, even if you leave him behind. Can't get away from him. JW is going to end up going down. pronax with the refrag, and Neo also falling, and it's all Fnatic all the way here. VP, they really try, but the second half has just not been working out for them. It's going to be Snax and TaZ left. It's a 2v2, but they're very low on health, and now it's all on TaZ. 1v1 versus olofmeister, a huge health advantage here for the Swedish player. And he's even got a couple of grenades. If he gets this shot, it's going to be all over. And there it is. Easy kills, 16-7 as VP win cobblestone. Or Fnatic win cobblestone, sorry.
Yep.
Wow, I can't believe it. That was quite an overwhelming victory for them. I felt like it was looking possible during that first half, but second half, it was just Fnatic taking over.
Yeah, it really was, and it just came down so many tough economic situations for Virtus.pro there. It was just so overwhelming eventually, and Fnatic, I mean, that first half, I know it's not that fast-paced, explosive, exciting, super exciting Counter-Strike, but it's so clinical, so surgical, and it's so great to see. I mean, they were just calm and calculated in that first half, and you could see it works out in their favor perfectly.
I wonder how that works on the Fnatic team, if they have like a moment before the game where they sort of mentally sort of remind each other, okay, this time, boys, we're playing Virtus.pro, so remember, this is how they like to play, so this is how we should play. Because, you know, other times you'll see Fnatic playing a very different style, and it must be hard to sort of attune the whole team to a completely different rhythm.
Right, that's something they have to, I mean, notice things. And on the map that they pick, there's so much versatility on this team. We've seen them play fast, we've seen them play slow, and we've seen them switch it up mid-half as well. They pick up the pace when they want to, they slow the pace down when they want to, and it's just very tough to get good reads on that, and you could see it in that half for Virtus.pro. It threw them for a little bit of a loop.
Very well done. I mean, you said it during the first half. There wasn't a single time where VP managed to get more than 2 rounds in a row, and yet they managed to get 5. So I mean, if they could have just chained a couple of those rounds there would have been a lot more, and they could have maybe bounced up to 7 in total. I mean, if they just stuck some more rounds together there, maybe Fnatic would have been ecoing a bit more, but it's never going to happen.
Well, yeah, and also, I mean, you're not going to beat Fnatic when you lose 3 eco rounds in a half. I mean, I think there was the first half they lost 2, and they weren't even like the force buy eco rounds. They weren't even like armor tech 9s. They were mostly, I mean, that second round they lost in the first half was just P250s and no armor. Or that third round perhaps, and it was just, they dropped too many of those rounds, and it's just too much. Where you say you give them an inch and they're going to take that mile. It's the classic saying.
That's what it is. That means it's going to be Train coming up next, which is the map that Virtus.pro managed to pick. We'll be back after a quick break.